Step 3. Enter your new aspect ratio. The crop tool in Photoshop. CS6 gives us several different aspect ratio and crop size presets to choose from using the presets option near the far left of the options bar, along the top of the screen. But I find the easiest thing to do here is simply leave this option set to original ratio. The presets option for the crop tool, set to original ratio. Image C, 2013. Photoshop Essentials. Calm. Setting the presets option to original ratio. This way, I can enter the exact aspect ratio I need into the width and height boxes directly to the right of the presets option. Since I need to create an 8:10 version of the image, with the width being the larger of the two dimensions, I'll click inside the first box on the left, the width, and enter a value of 10. Then I'll click inside the second box, the height, and enter a value of 8. There's no need to enter a measurement type, like in for inches, since all we're doing is setting the aspect ratio itself, not actual measurements. Entering a new aspect ratio of 10.8. Image C, 2013, PhotoshopEssentials.com. Entering a new aspect ratio of 10.8. Step 4. Resize the crop box as needed in Photoshop. CS6 selecting the crop tool automatically places a crop box around the image, and as soon as we enter a new aspect ratio into the options bar, Photoshop instantly reshapes the crop box to match the new ratio. The area inside the crop box is what we'll be keeping, while everything outside the box will be cropped away. Photoshop adds a crop box and reshapes it to the new aspect ratio. Image C, 2013. Photoshop Essentials. Calm. Photoshop adds a crop box and reshapes it to the new aspect ratio. You can resize the crop box as needed by clicking and dragging any of its 4 sides or its 4 corners. Regardless of which side or corner you're dragging, the aspect ratio of the box will remain locked in place. All we can do is resize it, making it larger or smaller. You can also move the image around inside the crop box to reposition it by clicking and dragging anywhere inside the box. Here, I've made the crop box just a bit smaller than it was initially by dragging the bottom left corner inward. Then I clicked and dragged the image inside the box towards the left to center the family inside of it, resizing the crop box and repositioning the image inside of it. Image C, 2013. Photoshop Essentials. Calm. Resizing the crop box and repositioning the image inside it. Step 5. Turn the Delete Cropped Pixels. Option off. Before we actually crop the image, there's one more thing we should do, and that's make sure the Delete Cropped Pixels option in the options bar is not selected, unchecked. Photoshop CS6 gives us the choice of either deleting the pixels we crop away or simply hiding them. The advantage with hiding them is that it's non-destructive. We can easily come back later, reselect the crop tool, and then resize or reposition the crop box. This can be a handy feature if you realize later in the image size dialog box that you've cropped the image too small to print at larger sizes. We'll come back to this topic at the end of the tutorial, but for now, simply make sure Delete Cropped Pixels is unchecked. The Delete Cropped Pixels option for the crop tool. Image C, 2013 PhotoshopEssentials.com. Leave Delete Cropped Pixels turned off. Step 6. Crop the image. When you're happy with the size and position of the crop box, press Enter, Win, Return, Mac on your keyboard to accept it, and have Photoshop crop the image to your new aspect ratio. To then remove the crop box from around the image, simply select any of the other tools in the Tools panel, resizing the crop box and repositioning the image inside of it. Image C, 2013. Photoshop Essentials. Calm. The image after cropping it to its new aspect ratio. Step 7. Select the image size command. Now that my image has been cropped to its new aspect ratio, I'll reselect Photoshop's image size command by going up to the image menu at the top of the screen and choosing image size. Reselecting the image size command from the edit menu in Photoshop. Image C, 2013 Photoshop Essentials. COM. Going back to Edit. Image size. Step 8. Uncheck the Resample Image option. When the image size dialog box opens, I'll again uncheck the Resample Image option at the bottom. So I'm only changing the print size, not the number of pixels in the image. Unchecking the Resample Image option. Image C. 2013. PhotoshopEssentials.com. Unchecking the Resample Image option. Step 9. Change the width and height. This time, after cropping the image, the document size section is telling me that my photo will print 11.167 inches wide by 8.933 inches high, again at a resolution of 300 pixels per inch. The photo's print size after cropping to the new aspect ratio. Image C. 2013 Photoshop Essentials. COM. The initial print size after cropping to the new aspect ratio. Since I need an 8x10 print, I'll change the width value to 10 inches, just like I did earlier. And just like Photoshop did earlier, it maintains the aspect ratio of the image by automatically changing the other value for me. Yet this time, because I used the crop tool to crop the photo to its new aspect ratio before opening the image size dialog box, Photoshop is able to set the height value to 8 inches, giving me the exact print dimensions I need. Changing the print size of the image to 10 inches by 8 inches. Image C. 2013 Photoshop Essentials. COM cropping. The image first made it easy to resize it for print. The resolution value. One very important thing you'll want to keep an eye on as you're resizing the image for print, especially after cropping it, is the resolution value. This tells us how many of the pixels in the image your printer will squeeze into every inch of paper. Generally, higher resolution values produce sharper, more detailed images because we're printing more pixels per inch and packing more detail into the area. You'll find the resolution value directly below the width and height options in the document size section. Here, it's telling me that after resizing my image to an 8x10, it will print at a resolution of 335 pixels per inch. Your resolution value may show something different. The resolution value in the image size dialog box. Image C. 2013 PhotoshopEssentials.com. The current print resolution of the image. Again, generally speaking, for high-quality professional-looking prints, you'll want your resolution value to be no lower than around 240 pixels per inch. Higher than that is great, but if you go much below that, your printed image won't look as crisp and sharp as you expected. If you do find your resolution value dropping below 240 pixels per inch, it may be because you cropped too much of the original image away, with not enough pixels remaining to print a high-quality version at the size you need. In that case, you may want to cancel out of the image size dialog box. Then go back, reselect the crop tool, and readjust your crop box. This time keeping more of the original photo and cropping less of it away. This is why we made sure the Delete Cropped Pixels option was turned off back in Step 5. Or, if it's still too small and you absolutely need to print it at the larger size, you can enlarge the image by resampling it. You'll find more information on resampling images in our image resolution and print quality tutorial, as well as our difference between image resizing and resampling tutorial. But again, as long as the resolution value remains around 240 pixels per inch or higher after entering your new width and height, you can click OK to close out of the image size dialog box, and you're good to go. And there we have it. That's how to resize and reshape an image to print in any aspect ratio you need, using the crop tool and the image size dialog box in Photoshop CS6.